list of videos to make and a list of videos to edit. And I'm not gonna show you because that's my secret formula. Since I've apparently overdrawn from my hipster account, I hope this video will make things right. I mean, hey, I know a thing or two about overdrawing accounts. Wait. Truly, we are a photography nation divided, but as the YouTube photography avatar, I'm here to unite us and bring balance to the world through memes. Are you tired of your camera being too high quality?
No.
Sick to death of all those megapixels? Maybe you just long for something more simple. I mean, come on, who doesn't want their photos that look like this to look more like this? Whatever the case, boy do I have the camera for you. Behold, the Voltenick Kids Camera, toys for 3 to 10-year-old girls. Kids digital camera, 1080p, 2-inch toddler video camera gift for age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old girls. Best birthday gifts with 32 gig SD card. Blue. Now, I am no stranger to dog shit cameras, like the Polaroid Snap Touch, which gave me tuberculosis, or the Fragment 8, which stripped me of all desire to live. But I actually had some hope for this one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how much fun these guys are having. Those cameras are definitely not slapped onto this stock image with Microsoft Paint or anything like that. I'm so sure they paid for this stock image to use for their Amazon product photo. TM Lapse. I'm a big fan of TM Lapse photography. This photo really does get more and more malignant the longer you look at it. It can take 5M good pictures according to Amazon, so sign me up. The camera arrived relatively promptly, but the pink one was out of stock. I was stuck with the blue one, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty broken up about it. I'm just noticing this in editing, but there's a little thing on there that says, "Afraid of wet." I felt like I had a responsibility to point that out. Anyway, as I went to unbox it, I was almost immediately presented with a gift from God. Record childhood. Keep beautiful. Let's do some nice ASMR real quick, alright? Shh, 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 shh. This video sucks, I hate this. But hey, you're not here for an unboxing video, are you? You're here to watch me suffer and experience what's left of my sanity drain away. Well, here it is in all its glory. It is indeed lightweight. To my surprise, and maybe my dismay as well, it does work. With my ever-expanding brain, I decided to rope my friend Tree into this several-month-long train wreck. We were shooting some other photos, so this wonderful device had to come with us. Oh, that's what a 5M good picture looks like. They're so crisp, look at the detail, it's so detailed. And the timestamp, it's super nostalgic. Some would even say film-like, filmic, painterly, beautiful, excellent. While this photo shoot would have been enough for any normal functioning person, I am not a normal functioning person, and therefore I subjected Tree to not one, but 2 more shoots with this camera. By the time we did our 3rd shoot, several months had passed, and the battery on the camera just completely shit the bed. With a fully charged battery, I was able to take roughly 1 to 2 photos before it would completely die again. So, battery life on this camera? Pretty good. All jokes aside, I am glad that I kept going with it, because this is definitely my favorite photo I've taken on this camera in general. I know the bar ain't too high, but it's something. Of course, you know I continued my YouTube duties, going across the land taking snapshots to share with you. The camera's light meter is pretty reliable. It's about as reliable as my upload schedule.
Got him!
You know you're in the game when the camera chooses to make the highlights brighter than the neutral matte that you're throwing the photo onto for a YouTube video. And you also know that it wouldn't be one of my videos if there wasn't at least 1 photo of a gas station, or 2. And I mean, has a gas station ever looked better than this? I don't think so. And of course, where would we be without these borders? Where would we be? Get it? I literally re-exported this video for this stupid joke. You better hit that like button. We have bears and bees, a princess, this weird girl with flowers, a frog, Winter Wonderland, and of course my personal favorite, monkey who's seen some shit. I really identify with this monkey's face after using this camera. There are other borders as well as some photo effects like color filters and an invert filter, and it's all just
very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
So I guess now is as good as any time to talk about what it's like to use this camera. You know when you're spam clicking through a bunch of dialogue in Animal Crossing and then you accidentally hit B, so you have to go through the entire conversation again, and you just have this moment inside of you of like, why did I get out of bed today? It's kind of like that. There is a seemingly random delay from when you hit the shutter button versus when the photo is actually recorded. This is fairly typical of cheap garbage cameras like this, so I wasn't entirely surprised, and honestly, let's be serious, it's a good thing, because much like film photography, it makes you slow down and really consider every shot you take. We think the photos suck, right?
They're awful. I'm gonna go home and cry.
We have to look at the video mode on this camera. I mean, Amazon claims that it records 5M good pictures, and I mean, we saw those 5M good pictures, but let's look at the 1080p video.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
I gotta tell you, I'm not an expert, but that doesn't look like 1080p to me. It's actually 480p, which is a little bit smaller than 1080p.
You are fake news.
I was very disappointed to find out that this camera advertised to record 1080p video actually recorded 640 by 480. That is significantly smaller than 1080p. I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Now what am I supposed to do? Somehow the video mode manages to be significantly worse than the photo mode in virtually every way. I want to take a brief second to analyze the first video I showed you in this section. The more observant might have noticed this sound right at the beginning of the clip. Well, that's the sound it makes when you start recording. It's good, you know, it's kind of like a tally light, you know you're recording. But it's a very interesting design decision to record that sound on every clip. It also makes this charming sound every single keystroke through the menus. It definitely isn't a horribly irritating sound that, you know, gets played constantly when you're using the camera. To my knowledge, there is no way to turn this sound off. Oh, this is cringe. There is a volume button, actually. We can just do that. Okay, well, I take back what I said. We think the photos suck, right?
They're awful. I'm gonna go home and cry.
Audio quality is about what you'd expect. There's no slapping a Rode mic onto this to make things better. And yes, the audio did record horribly out of sync. Not entirely sure why, but there it is. If you point the camera at something bright, the camera just kind of panics and makes whatever you're looking at flash. It's great. It's kind of like zebra mode, only it gets recorded. God only knows why the camera decided to record this one sideways for some reason. I was holding the camera landscape. The camera's white balance decisions can be very questionable, but I'm sure we're all very surprised by that. And I bet you're wondering, how does the rolling shutter perform? Well, it's bad, but it's still not as bad as the Sony a6400. I swear, there are people who simp so hard for Sony in my comments, like saying it's not that bad. Like, dude, do you have eyes? Not to mention, why am I defending this camera? Not to mention the fact that I paid $13 for this one. Like, it's normally $23. Sony, what's the excuse for the a6400? Ooh, that looks good.
What the hell is that?
This is another one of the videos for 10K week. Hey, benefit of the doubt, that was only like 6 months ago. This is very unrelated to the video, but alright, so I made a blueberry pie to bring to my grandma, and I was worried that it wasn't going to be juicy enough, and then I stopped in to Grounds to get a coffee, and I came back and realized that the blueberry pie leaked blueberries all over the camera. Afraid of wet. I really wish I would have read that before putting a blueberry pie on the same car seat as this camera. That was a dark day during the production of this video because the camera stopped working. The buttons were very sticky, I couldn't turn it on. It was, and I was very broken up inside over that. So I put the video on the back burner and I didn't touch it for a while, but then I plugged the camera in. It came back to life, which was great because I still needed to test out the games. Okay, we got Snake, that looks pretty cool. Oh my god. Isn't this supposed to get faster? Well, this is very exciting. Oh, okay, so I guess you can't touch the wall. Push the box. Let's do this, and this, and this, and that, and that. Win. Get to next. No, I don't think I will. We got whatever the hell this is. Oh god, this looks like one of those horror games. You know, like the thing where like it gets to the end and then it does like a jump scare and screams really loud. So this sucks. This is the worst game ever.
Hi, sisters!
There's airplane. What the bro, what is, oh god. Okay, so you gotta not collide with other airplanes. What happens if you collide? Oh, okay, well, I guess we don't need to see that. And last but not least, 126. Please guess a number. Okay. 2. Guess too small. Alright, what about 3? Guess too small. There's clearly only one thing to do here. This is gonna be worth it, I promise. This is gonna be such a good joke. Alright. 69. Guess too large. Is there a way to disable the games? Love the camera, but don't want my kids having access to games all the time. Dear friend, they are puzzle games. It is not harm for your kids. Yeah, I don't know what this parent's talking about. What else can I say about this little turd? Well, honestly, there's a lot of things. I could talk about the fact that the included 32 gig micro SD is probably worth more than the camera itself. Or the extremely tragic fact that I never figured out how to do a TM lapse on this camera. My heart was absolutely shattered into a million pieces over that. But this video is getting kind of long, so I want to bring things home by looking at a few more of the questions on Amazon. The kid's camera looks good. It really like a camera? Yes, can take a good picture. Well, we tested that out here, and that is verifiably true. No one is going to fact check that. Can this camera for children take selfies? No, it can't. Alert the fact checkers, because this claim has been disputed by multiple sources. Mainly me. Does this camera take clear pictures? Yes, it is. Alright, I think it's about time we wrap this video up. I'm sure the bulk of you were watching this for the meme, but on the off chance that you're a parent looking for an actual review of the camera, should you buy this for your child? Well, if you don't love them very much, sure. But all jokes aside, the old adage goes, the best camera you have is the one you have with you. And I think this video proved that wrong. And if I may leave you with a few words of wisdom. Record childhood. Keep beautiful. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Before we get on out of here, let's do the feature of the week. It's been a couple videos we haven't done it, so I want to get back into the rhythm of that. And the theme of this week was the lo-fi early 2000s style digital camera, because that's what this one kind of reminded me of. And this week's feature goes to none other than Elizabeth from the Discord. What a hero. I love the texture in the foreground of this photo. Must have been shooting through something. Big fan of the old look and the composition. Alright guys, you know what to do. Share this video if you want to see more. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment and all that jazz. Get me on the socials. You know where I am. You know who I am and what my username is. So get out there, do your homework, and go follow me. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you have an awesome day. Alright, bye.
Like and subscribe. Sweet Loop Photography. Domain.